The objective of this video is to show how I operate this aircraft for the simulator, trying to keep the operation as close to real life as possible. To use the brake as a parking brake, we must use the mouse to brake, so it will remain braked, but if we use any other brake command, this will not happen. Before start checklist. Wheel brakes, set. Cleared for start checklist. Throttle, open, then 1/2 inch. The battery that turns on the lights on the plane's panel is automatically turned on when we use the throttle lever the first time. Propeller RPM lever, full forward. Carburetor air control, on, filter in, main tank fuel, on. Wobble fuel pump, 11 pumps. We use the manual fuel pump to increase pressure in the fuel tank. When the pressure is enough, the amber light on the panel goes out. Primer, 5 times. Booster and starter covers, open. Magnetos 1 and 2, on. Propeller area, clear. Start and booster, press both, on. Mixture lever, full forward. After start and warm-up checklist. Oil pressure and temperature, check. Throttle, 1000 RPM. Booster and starter covers, close. Rudder trim, right, U. I set the rudder trim to the right until the letter U in the word rudder. Elevator trim, 1 division nose up. Fuel pump, on. Pitot heat, on. Radio, set. Altimeter, set. Gyro and compass, set. The gyroscope is adjusted with the end centered between the 2 lines. At the 12 o'clock position of the gyroscope, you read the degrees to correct and adjust the compass. Gunsight range, 300 yards, gunsight base, use the wingspan of enemy aircraft. Supercharger, auto. Fuel quantity, check. IFF, identify friend or foe, as required. Throttle, between 1000 and 1500 RPM, oil pressure, between 60 and 120 pounds per square inch. Oil dilution, as required. On cold days, engine pressure can reach the limit of 120 psi, so we can use oil dilution to reduce the pressure, thus giving us room to increase engine RPM. The ideal would be to increase to 1,500 RPM as soon as possible without exceeding the limit of 120 psi so that the engine warms up as quickly as possible. Oil temperature, warmer than 15 degrees Celsius. Coolant temperature, warmer than 60 degrees Celsius. Taxi checklist. Wheel brakes, released. Throttle, less than 1,500 RPM. When the engine minimums are reached, we are free to taxi. Taxi in conventional aircraft can be done using peripheral vision or INS if we need a better view in front of us. Cleared for takeoff checklist. Canopy, close, propeller RPM lever, full forward, throttle, boost, plus 7 psi, rotate, 95 miles per hour. Takeoff begins by gradually applying power up to plus 7 booster and correcting the trajectory with the rudder. After takeoff, we can apply more power up to plus 12 booster maximum, climbing to 180 miles per hour and reducing to 2,850 RPM. After takeoff checklist. Gear, up, carburetor air control, off, normal, external tank, as required. Climb with 2,850 RPM, plus 8 boost and 180 miles per hour. Landing checklist, main tank fuel top, on, carburetor air control, on, filter in, canopy, open. The traffic pattern is done at 1,500 feet, since the flaps are very effective. Gear, down, below 160 miles per hour. On the downwind leg, when we are across the touchdown point, I reduce power, start the turn by lowering the landing gear when the speed is below 160 miles per hour. I lower the flaps at speeds below 140 miles per hour and judge that the plane is reaching the runway and push the entire propeller pitch lever forward. Flaps, down, below 140 miles per hour, propeller RPM lever, full forward. Short final, 95 miles per hour. Close to the ground, brake the descent by flaring and landing on 3 points with all 3 wheels at the same time. If the flare is too high and the plane loses control when touching the ground, use the brake to help control the plane. Control the plane and only then do the checklist. After landing checklist, flaps, up, carburetor air control, off, normal. Shut down checklist, wheel brakes, set. Throttle, 1000 RPM. Electrical equipment, off. Mixture, cut off. The magneto should always be turned off after the propeller has stopped completely. Magnetos, off. Main tank fuel, off. You can find my checklist in the first pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.